It's now our third year, going on our third year, St. Patty's Day. But I am telling you, as of this problem that is occurring downtown in the last year, my business has declined drastically, where I'm taking money out of my own pocket to keep it going because I wanted to see something in the city continue.
What would you like to see happen in the next 30 days?
Well, I think, getting to the chief of the police, I understand his position. If you don't give him money, okay, you don't give him money and you don't give him priority of getting patrol downtown, okay, he can't do it. His hands are tied. But here's the point, okay? It is an important factor in this city to be able, downtown is your main middle part of Manchester. You're going to have things downtown, and you're going to have things down on Commercial Street. You have to do this. You have to find a way to get the chief, okay, to get some money down here and get the patrol down here, okay? I'm not talking a 4 to 8 o'clock beat. Bring them down, give them a budget, okay? Find it somewhere. You're able to find this other stuff that I'm seeing, okay? I'm seeing all these other little things, which means a lot to them, but it really doesn't mean a lot to these citizens. They're not looking out for the citizens. You've got to take that money, resource it to where it should. The police would be a main situation for downtown, okay? Yes, we put 2 or 3 beat on Friday and Saturday nights in the summertime. We got to get to the point that they're down here consistently.
What's going to happen, Chuck, when the weather gets better? Is the homeless situation going to get worse?
It's going to get worse, and the scenario is when the mayor vetoes, and don't get me wrong, I was a backer of Mayor Craig. But what if you don't let us, okay, let us follow the rules, okay, of that 48-inch dimension, whatever the dimensions are, but let us control, okay, the area, okay? There wouldn't be a problem if we could control our area, okay? It's going to turn, believe me, once the weather comes out, okay, you're going to have way massive. If they don't allow us to control our area, you're talking about you as a human being is not going to sit in front of my place to eat dinner, them coming up to you and looking and grabbing a cigarette and asking for cigarettes and asking for money. It's not going to happen. But if we have control of it, okay, then we can control and help out in this situation. I am not against homelessness.
No, you feed
I Thanksgiving every time. That's not the point. We could help them. Don't close down the shelter now because the good weather's here. Okay, you guys took a little initiative and developed, but I think it's all talk. I don't see anything being developed of the way that it should be.
I got a question for you. I have had 3 incidents where the homeless people, which I used to call street people, were very aggressive. I had to fall back on my skills when I lived in Boston as a kid in the 70s, New York in the 80s, and it's rather surprising to have like 3 incidents in like a few months, because I never had any problems since I came back in 2010 like that.
Right.
Are other people talking about that there's people that are being aggressive and...
Not just aggressive. I mean, I am telling you right now that, I have a very big Facebook page. I mean, I have a lot of followers. I get so many people say they don't even want to come downtown, okay? Families or anybody no more. Not even teenagers. I mean, people 20, 25, 30 years old, they don't want to come downtown. And there's a lot of aggressiveness here, but the police, okay, are instructed they can't do anything about it unless there is a law being broken. Well, being harassed, I'm going to give you a situation, and I don't mean, I speak how I speak all the time, okay? I went to close the street down on Lowell Street. I followed every single thing that I could follow 2 years ago when I first came in here, okay? I did everything that I had to. They came down opening day, okay, and they shut me down, literally shut me down for something that I didn't even do. That I hired detail, they didn't show up. Anything in that manner. And what I'm trying to say to you is that we're trying to make this city better. You got, the politicians, like was it this 12-0 vote, okay, and then mayor vetoing it, and then everybody voting against, nobody spoke up against the veto. The aldermen were able to speak up about the veto, weren't they? I think they were, but they all voted not to speak up to it. And I think that's a wrong situation. I think that we need to do something. Well, I'm going to tell you, not only will Penuche's probably close downtown, and we're not going to close, but you're going to see a lot of small business people that have worked their tails off trying to make a small business go downtown, and they're tying our hands, and it's not right.
When I was a boy in the 1960s, we all came down on Thursday. Wasn't that long Thursday?
Yeah, it was.
And everything was here.
Yeah.
And the people were here.
Yeah.
Then by the time we're talking about the 70s, things started going bad. And then I went to Boston. I was gone for the better part of 32 years. But Renaissance happened in Manchester. And then I come back and we're having troubles. But how vital is having Elm Street, businesses, restaurants?
Well, let me put it this way. We're doing a great job in the city to bring in people in here. You got Commercial Street and down in that area that's going to be developed unbelievable. You have a lot of apartment places that are redoing to get people down here. But I'm going to tell you something right now. If we continue this path and we get scared of threats and suits, we're not going to go up. We're going to just keep on going down and down. We cannot be scared. We cannot be threatened. We cannot continue to say we're going to wait for Providence or Portland, Maine. They have this problem there. Rochester. And we're going to wait for Rochester to come up with a solution, and we're going to follow it. Well, why are we followers instead of being the people to initiate what's right for the citizens of Manchester? That's my theory.
Would you favor a special meeting of the Board of Aldermen?
Doesn't do anything.
Has there ever been a special meeting?
Listen,
other than budgets?
It doesn't do anything. When you're in life, and I'm not a life coach or anything, I'm a street person that came from Spruce Street, and I came from a family that came over from Greece and worked their tails off, and we had the Merrimack restaurant was very, very big and a big part of the city, where all the politicians knew that they would come downtown, out of state, everything. You don't have that anymore. And I'm going to tell you something, streetwise, I come from this city. I'm very proud of this city, but I'm going to tell you something right now. If you're scared, that's why back then people weren't scared, okay? Mayor Dupuy, it was, to me, one of the best mayors, best mayor and a best human being, but he wasn't scared, I'm talking back now. We're talking back down, and I'm telling my age now.
70s.
But the thing was, he was never scared. He was there. He wasn't scared. We're scared in this city. We can't be. Do I see a thing we can do to get forward? Absolutely. If we get the terror out of us and we speak up and stick up to our guns, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit in front of my business and I'm going to try my hardest to make the people, the citizens of Manchester, be able to come down and enjoy themselves here. Now, if that takes me getting arrested, if that takes me saying I have to take a table away, I'm going to fight. you know, and I don't know if you know, but I'm a fighter, and I'm going to fight, and I'm going to continue to do what I think will help down here. I might be the oddball, but I'm sure as heck going to fight for us, and I'm going to do everything possible that I'm going to make my part, okay, a lot safer.
What can the people do to help?
The people can only do one thing to help. I mean, there's plenty of things they can do. You know, pick up your phone, speak to the people that are in charge up there, and tell them how you really feel. You know, or let me put it this way: if they just want to talk, vote them out. Vote them out. I'm not talking 1%. I'm not talking the mayor. I'm not talking Tim Baines. I'm not talking Joe Lavassa. I'm not talking Bill Barry. I'm talking about talk is cheap. You can put 10 cents back in the olden days. You could put 10 cents in a phone booth and talk for hours, right?
Not quite, unless you had the tricks like we learned.
But this is what's happening here and now. People are saying we want to do something about it, but everybody's scared. What is the scared part?
Chuck, how many people come up to you after you talk out and say, I'm behind you,
well,
but they don't say anything themselves?
Well, let me listen. My reputation out there is, you know, everybody will tell me afterwards, but you know, I'm known as the you know, I speak the way it is, you know, and yes, I'm going to tell you something right now. I've had thousands and thousands of people, but I'm talking over the 3 years that were going on here, that have come up to me and say, keep on fighting for us. That's what they tell me. You know, I'm not a political person. I'm not running for mayor. You know, I'm not running for all, but I'll tell you what I am running for. I'm running to protect the citizens of the city and to be able to make it a nice city.
It seems that some of the restaurants here and businessmen are running for their life.
I'm running for my life.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong here.
A restaurant is a hard thing to...
I'm ready. If it wasn't for me being not a quitter, there is no way that this place could stay open the way downtown is right now. There is no possible way. You know, no way.
When did you open Penuche's, Chuck?
St. Patty's Day of, this will be going on our 3rd year, 2-year anniversary will be St. Patty's Day.
Now, we know you're a mainstay of the Greek community, but on St. Patrick's Day...
I'm Irish. I am complete Irish on St. Patty's Day. Maybe we'll get the mayor in here too on St. Patty's Day. Maybe we'll get all of them, you know, with some tables out here and make it look good and show them what the city should look like.